When we had last left, the Nameless One, well, they finally returned to Farad with the bronze sphere in hand. And it was then that Farad actually revealed he didn't actually know all that much about the Nameless One, and only had an inkling of an idea as to where their original journal had gone. And thus they met Anna, his sort of de facto adoptive daughter, who was a tiefling and who was also incredibly horny for the Nameless One. Yowza. Can I get a yowza? Anyway, they went inside of the old Chaos Men tenement zone, which was filled to the brim with starved dogs barking or whatever they were called. And they found themselves searching around, sifting through. Hopefully one day they would find, that's right, that journal. Now it's time to get back to it. This is Planescape Torment. Welcome back. Let me unpause that. Now, oh, actually, let me repause that because I was made aware that the translation options exist in and around Fell, the dabus, the tattoo artist one. And we may get some very different results when we have everybody try to translate for me. So I should probably do that. And also, in being reminded of that, I was reminded of another reminder I had quite some time ago. I reminded myself of that reminder. We have water, right? We have, yeah, a decanter of endless water, and there's someone who is endlessly on fire, right? So maybe we should solve a little quest there while we're at it, too. Anyway, for the time being, however, we will fuck around here.
All right.
Let's see. Head on out of here. Hopefully this doesn't send me too damn far off, though. World map. I am still at the hive. Okay. Good. Well, what did opening that do? Okay, I see. There's a little zone transition unit there. Oh, we get a cutscene. This is the place I found you lying right where we stand. Oh no, big head! You stare in awe at the bizarre spectacle before you. What had appeared to be an ordinary, unremarkable bricked wall now throbs and pulsates with movement. Oh. We knew someone who talked to a guy inside of a wall too. And now we are doing it, huh? The wall expands with curious elasticity, heaving outward as if some unseen force were trying to push its way through the barrier from the other side. Slowly, the undulating mass begins to settle, its curves becoming more and more pronounced, and you find yourself at eye level with the stony caricature of a human face. What is that? I don't know. Anna stares at the face in disbelief, her hands nervously fingering her daggers. But I'm for leaving before we find out, aye? Not just yet. There's something. Suddenly, a strong breeze begins to blow around you, and the air is filled with an eerie sighing. The rushing wind grows stronger, and you can make out other sounds as well. The creaking of boards, the rustling of leaves, and the grinding of stone upon stone. After a few moments, the clamor ceases to be a cacophony of individual noises and begins to blend into one articulate sound. You can make out a voice that speaks softly. It seems to come from all around you at once. You! It cannot be you! Greetings? What? Do you know me? You must have mistaken me for someone else. Farewell. Do you know me? The wind around you is stopped, but the voice is still somehow present. You are restored again. I saw you destroyed. Destroyed? Where? Who are you? What are you? Where am I? Destroyed where? I saw you destroyed here, in front of me. I see all within me. Do you know what happened to me? Things that cast no shadow were shadow. They rose around you, tore you down. Do you not remember? You concentrate on the strange voice composed of sounds around you. I mean, I feel like we know what this thing's referring to now. Somewhere in the deepest recesses of your mind, there's a brief glimmer of recollection. You feel as though there is something vaguely familiar about the sounds. Close your eyes and try to remember. Yeah. Oh, they're smacking me around. Dang! Okay. Wow. Yes, you remember. The voice of the alley rings in your ears, scattering the images from your mind and returning you back to the present. Destroyed, as soon I shall be. I cannot delay division much longer. Pressure builds. Soon stones will crumble and the floating ones will repair me to destruction. You're dying? Floating ones, probably Davis's. You're dying? Pressure is too much. Too many places folded inside. Not enough space. Must divide. Oh. Something to do with the portal situation. Divide? It must be in the way. What are you talking about? I think it's pregnant. Oh. Freaky. So, where are we technically standing right now? I really don't want to know the answer to that, Mort. The voice continues. Help me to divide, branch out, expand. New apertures will open. You may use them to travel to the lower ward. What do you need to divide? The floating one is upon me, repairing. It prevents me from dividing. I undo its repairs, but it returns again and again, repairs anew. Must remove floating one. You want me to kill the dabus in the alley? Someone already killed a dabus here. Could it have been me? Remove it. Only then can I divide. Very well, I'll remove the dabus for you.
Updated my journal.
Okay.
All right.
Can I talk to it again? No. I can search through this. To little effect. Okay. Oh. As you approach the stone face, the various ambient sounds of the alley once again assault your ears, and through them the voice speaks. You have returned. The dabus still remains. I can't seem to get rid of him. Never mind, farewell. Okay, well, let's backtrack then.
All right.
Shit. If we're about to go to the lower ward, then maybe we should backtrack. And not exactly deal with the dabus just yet. Well, let's talk to him in case there's another way that we can get the dabus to get the hell out, aside from murder. Because I don't know, I don't really hold anything against the fucking dabus, do I? Are they sinister? You see a dabus. It is dressed in long flowing robes and is floating slightly above the ground. Greetings. It turns to face you and a series of symbols appear around its head. I must attend to my duties. No time to speak. Never mind, farewell. Wait, I can't talk to it to get it to leave in some way? Greetings? Never mind, farewell. Okay. Maybe I could talk to Fel and get a way to deal with the dabus in that sense?
All right.
Right, maybe Fel will give me tips on dabus dealings? We're just gonna run past these jackasses. Oh, oops. Let me reactivate that. Okay. Up and around here. Lovely. Okay, and then... Let's see. So while we're here, let's go chat with Fel. Hello? Fel turns to you as you approach. He folds his arms into his sleeves and waits. Yeah, I assumed that these were options here. Mort, Anna, and Dakin translating for me. I thought that they were just in case I didn't go through the motions of, like, trying to learn to communicate with the dabus. But instead, this will give me different stuff. I thought it was just a shortcut for another route around. We'll start from the top, I guess. Mort, can you translate for me? Mort scoffs. I'd sooner be strained through a Tanari's bowels and unravel what these flown goat heads are trying to say. You want a translator? Get the fiendling chit to do it. He nods at Anna. She's a Hive native. You're not? Maybe I will. Okay. Dakin, can you translate for me? Dakin nods. Oh, okay. Ask him what this place is. I feel I know you, Fel. What are those frames in the back room, Fel? He mentioned that he'd met me before. Does he know how I died? Ask him if he did the tattoos on this dismembered arm I found. Can he tell me anything about these tattoos on my body? Can I see what tattoos he has available? Should I just exhaust all of this? Yeah, ask him what this place is. Okay. A slow train of symbols. Okay, okay. You're guessing at some of the symbols, but you think he's an artist and this is a tattoo parlor. What did he say, Dakin? He places pictures on flesh here. Tattoos. Okay. I had another question I wanted to ask him. Dakin nods. I feel like I know you, Fel. Fel bows reverently. Okay, we'll skip this part. I think these are ones that we had heard before. What did he say? He has split his speech with a contradiction. Dakin pauses for a moment, his black eyes swimming across the symbols. He says it is the first time you have come to him. He says this is not the first time you have come to him. Does he know who I am? So the first time in this life, but not the first time altogether. Does he know who I am? What did he say, Dakin? You are known to him, but he cannot tell you what you want to know. Oh, because the more I know about myself, the more I understand what Dakin is saying about Fel. Fel is being generous. Fel understands my predicament in that I could be any type of me that has ever existed, or even a new type, you know? So Fel is withholding judgment. That's fair. Why not? For a moment, there's no response from Fel. Then a stream of rebuses appear, as if trickling out of Fel's mind. You think he's saying he's sorry, but you can't translate the rest. What did he say, Dakin?
Updated my journal.
Oh. In place of an answer, he surrenders an apology for his silence. Dakin pauses for a moment, and when he speaks again, his words are like ice. He says that he cannot change the nature of a man. As Dakin repeats these words, you feel a terrible pressure in your head that fades with the last word. What the fuck does this really mean? So are we trying to, like, kill ourselves and, like... Okay. Part of what's happening to us is our own fault, and we are doing it to ourselves as a sort of penance, or an attempt to change ourselves. Right? Because we have thought that we have some sort of, like, unchangeable nature about us. You know? Maybe we killed our wife. So, I don't know. I keep coming back. I'm sorry, you know. 1990s, right? There's a wife, she's getting killed. Unfortunately. As Dakin repeats these words, you feel a terrible pressure in your head that fades with the last word. I had another question I wanted to ask him. Dakin nods. What are those frames in the back room, Fel? Okay, what did he say, Dakin? This is his gallery. He says that he knows you as his canvas. He shows respect to your strength with his admiration. Dakin is silent for a moment. Then he insults you by giving you his pity. His pity? Another caravan of symbols forms around Fel, this time forming a circle. He says something about you being marked and tormented. There's another section you cannot translate. Then the last portion seems to be something about you enduring pain. Marked by whatever these spectral visitors may be. Okay, what did he say? He pities you for the scars torment has left upon you. He says, you have endured. In enduring, you have grown strong. What does he mean? A long string of rebuses appears above Fel's head, then surrounds his arms like manacles. He seems to be saying he admires you for enduring losses. What did he say? He says his admiration is known through your enduring of loss. He says loss hangs upon you like chains, yet you stand and walk. Ask him to go on. A long string of rebuses appear above Fel's head, then falls covering him like a cloak. He seems to be saying these losses cover your life, and your other lives. You're not certain what the other symbols surrounding this message mean, however. What did he say, Dakin? He says loss covers this life, and all the ones that have come before it. He says you molt like a serpent, leaving these lives behind you as you walk all of life's paths. Does he say anything else? A long string of rebuses appear above Fel's head, then fall suddenly to the floor, streaming out behind him like a shadow. You think he's warning you of shadows. There's something about a place of regrets, but the meaning of the symbols are unclear. What did he say, Dakin? He would have you know this warning. Each of your lives casts a shadow on existence. Your path will take you to a place where the shadows do not know themselves, and the walls are made of regrets. Have I been there already? Is that the area with the sarcophagus? The walls are made of regrets, but the shadows do not know themselves? I feel like we have meaning for the latter portion of this sentence, but not the former. Okay. I see. Does he say anything else? But of course, to state the obvious, each of your lives casts a shadow on existence. That's just, as we have seen, even if we are a different person with each incarnation of myself, we still have a lasting impact on the world around, Okay. It is the proof that we have existed, that impact. I see. Does he say anything else? A brief series of paper-thin rebuses appear in an orderly row next to Fel, then vanish into glowing motes. You think he just warned you not to sign anything during your travels. What did he say, Dakin? He says, do not sign anything. Very well. Another series of rebuses appear, forming a spiral. They have the texture of a question about them. You think he just asked you if you feel whole. What did he say, Dakin? He asks if you know yourself to be complete. Truth, I don't. Yeah, in fact, ever since I woke up in the mortuary, I feel like something's missing, something inside. That is none of your concern. Lie. I feel complete, yes. Why? I had another question I wanted to ask him. That is all I wish to know. Farewell. I don't. In fact, ever since I woke up in the mortuary, I feel like something's missing. Something inside. Fel nods, and a series of symbols materialize into a halo around him. You think he's telling you to be strong, to keep faith. What did it say, Dakin? He pays respect to your strength. He tells you to keep faith. Then you shall know yourself again. I'll try. I had another question I wanted to ask him. Dakin nods. He mentioned that he'd met me before. Does he know how I died? Okay. Something about shadows. Shadows. Shadows? 3 symbols swirl about each other, each leaving a faint black, misty trail about them. They take on a ragged edge, like teeth and talons, and multiply. 3 split into 3, then into 3 again, until the entire room seems covered by a swarm of shadows. He seems to be saying that you were killed by many shadows. What did he say, Dakin? He says many shadows came for you. Their reason for taking your life is not known to him. Okay, I had other questions I wanted to ask. Okay. Ask him if he did the tattoos on this dismembered arm I found. You think he said the arm is yours and the tattoos speak for you and for others. What did he say, Dakin? Dakin studies the symbols, but he remains silent. Dakin, what is he saying? The arm is yours. The tattoos are his. Did he say anything more than that? What can he tell me about the tattoos? I had another question I wanted to ask him. Did he say anything more?
Updated my journal.
Dakin is silent for a moment, and suddenly, instinctively, you know Dakin is lying to you. He continues on with dead-level tone. The rest of the symbols are not known to me. Why are you lying to me? I think what he said is known to you. Translate, now. Alright. What can you tell me about the tattoos on the arm? Very well. I had another question I wanted to ask him. That's all I wanted to know. Farewell. I'm gonna confront him. Why are you lying to me? Dakin falls silent again. He does not turn to look at you. He seems to be staring at something leagues away. The symbols. There is no good in knowing the answer to what you ask. I'm losing my patience. I need answers. You better tell me all you know before I lose my temper. Since when has not knowing the truth of something ever really helped anyone, Dakin? The counselor who counsels ignorance betrays his station. Ooh, I like that last bit. Never mind then. What does Fel have to say about the tattoos on the arm? Forget it then. I had another question. Very well, then keep your own counsel, Dakin. Farewell. Since when has not knowing the truth of something ever really helped anyone, Dakin? The counselor who counsels ignorance betrays his station.
Updated my journal.
Oh, 750 XP. There is truth in your words. That truth should be known to me. Dakin is silent for a moment. Then he turns to you, his eyes hardened. The symbols speak of 4 you have traveled with in the past. Go on. What 4 are these? 4 strings of symbols swirl from Fel's head, matching the pattern upon the dismembered arm. The symbols are hard to translate, and at the end, you're not certain if you've translated them correctly. You think he said, an unloved one that loves, a one that sees, something familiar, and the last, a chained one. You finish translating. The 4 strings seem to form themselves into links, and they merge into a chain. I see. So the people who we're coming into contact with that the shadows are catching up with, are potentially, dead wife, ghost, that we saw at the mortuary. That's the unloved one that loves. But which one is Farid here? Someone familiar, maybe? One that sees? I don't know which one of these describe Farid. But I bet we're going to come into contact with the other half. And that's why the shadows are catching up with them. What did he say, Dakin? Dakin isn't even looking at the symbols. The tattoo speaks of 4 minds. One was a woman who loved a man who knew her and knew not love. The other was a blind man who saw things no mortal eye could see. Another was a familiar, a mage's pet, bought and bound, and the last was a slave. Okay, I don't know. I don't know then. I don't know if this correlates, because I don't know if Farid is any of that. That said, there's things I don't know about Farid, right? He could fit into some of this. And it makes me wonder if Mort is one of them. Right? The familiar. Why did you not want to tell me this? He said he was a mimmer, but what if he's lying? The four are bound with a symbol that is known to me. What symbol? The symbol sharpens, gaining edges that are almost painful to your eyes. Fel nods at your left arm, at your shoulder. From what you can make up, he's saying the mark on your shoulder is Torment. The next series of symbols seem to hint at suffering, even when forgotten. What did he say, Dakin? The symbol is Torment. He says that you have always worn it, for the flesh knows that it suffers, even when the mind does not. Enough about the symbol. Tell me everything you know about those four that are on the tattoo. I see. Can you tell me anything more about the four on the tattoo? Does Fel say anything about the other tattoos on the arm? I had other questions I wanted to ask him. That's all I wanted to know. Farewell. Okay. Tell me everything you know about those four that are on the tattoo. Dakin is silent again. I will not speak of it here. Ask when what we speak of will only be for the ears of those that walk with you. Oh, okay. Very well. Does Fel say anything about the other tattoos on the arm? Alright, but first, I had another question I wanted to ask Fel. Very well, Dakin, we'll leave. Does Fel say anything else about the other tattoos on the arm? Fel examines the arm again, tracing the other faded tattoos upon its surface. As he does, they each appear as a symbol above his head. Hazy at first, then coming into focus sharply. He turns to face you. If you're translating the symbol correctly, he's saying that he forgot these tattoos, but he remembers them now. What did he say, Dakin? He says that the arm wears forgotten tattoos. He has remembered them now. They are yours, if you want them. Okay. I'd like to see all the tattoos he has available. I had another question. Dakin nods. Can he tell me anything about these tattoos on my body? Fel studies your body for a moment, walking around you. Okay, same. What did he say, Dakin? He says the tattoos are not his. Can he tell me anything about them? Fel nods, symbols appearing around him like fireflies. From what you can make out, he says the ones on your back were done carefully by hand, and were directions. The one on your shoulder is torture, or torment. What did he say, Dakin? The symbols upon your back are directions left to yourself. The mark upon your shoulder is the mark of torment. He says the mark lies upon you because the flesh knows that it suffers, even when the mind does not. Other questions? Okay. Let's see what tattoos he has. Are there new ones here now? The Restless Dead, is that one? Bless? No. That's been there. Lost Incarnation? Grants XP when invoked. Increases regen rate when worn. Ooh, I like that. Okay. This tattoo came from the severed arm you found in the dismembered crypt. Apparently this tattoo tells of the experiences of one of your past incarnations. The symbols and tales are unfamiliar to you, but it seems to tell of a time when you were lost and abandoned on the streets of the Hive, barely able to make a living, robbing and stealing from others you encountered. The crimes the lost incarnation committed eventually drove him to seek shelter in the Weeping Stone Catacombs, where he survived for almost a year. When worn, the tattoo seems to bring out a survival instinct in you, forcing your body to react to any damage you take and heal wounds faster. If you choose to tap into the tattoo's power, some of the memories of hiding beneath Sigil will return to you, giving you the benefit of the previous incarnation's experience. It can only do this once, but even after the tattoo is invoked, the increased regen rate will remain. Oh, okay. So there ain't no reason to not take it. Wow, okay, there are a bunch now. Tattoo of Wasting Darkness. Grants XP when invoked. Grants permanent +3 to stealth when invoked. +1 to AC when worn. +5 stealth. -1 charisma. Okay. Is this the exact same? No. Seeking shelter. The first paragraph is the same. And I believe the last, well, the last one is almost the same, but the middle one is different. When worn, the tattoo makes concealing yourself easier. It allows you to shape the shadows around you like a cloak. This makes it harder for enemies to hurt you when they see you, and harder for you to find when you don't want to be seen. It lends you a sinister appearance, however, which will cause many to shun you. Okay, if you choose to tap into the tattoo's power, some of the memories of hiding beneath sigil will return to you, giving you the benefit of the previous incarnation's experience. It can only do this once, but even after the tattoo is invoked, the ability to shape shadows around you will remain. Of Weeping Stones. Grants XP when invoked. +10 cold resist, +10 magical cold resist. +1 AC, -1 charisma again. Only usable by me. Okay. This tattoo came from the severed arm you found in the dismembered crypt. Apparently the tattoo tells of the experiences of one of your past incarnations. The symbols and tales are unfamiliar to you, but it seems to tell of a time when the catacombs beneath Sigil's streets were your second home. It tells of you traveling down into the tombs, living in darkness, and coming to learn the nature of why the stones beneath Sigil weep. When worn, the tattoo makes you more resilient to cold and hardens your body, giving your skin the texture and strength of the weeping stone walls. In doing so, however, it also gives you a hungry, gaunt look, as if you were starving. If you choose to tap into the tattoo's power, some of these memories of living beneath Sigil will return to you, giving you the benefit of the previous incarnation's experience. It can only do this once, but okay, you still get the cold resistant AC. Silent coins. Damn, okay. Grants XP when invoked. Permanent +3 pickpocket skill when invoked. And then +5 pickpocket skill when worn. This tattoo came from the severed arm you found in the dismembered crypt. Apparently, this tattoo tells of the experiences of one of your past incarnations. The symbols and tales are unfamiliar to you, but it seems to tell of a time you lived as a thief on Sigil's streets before being driven down into the catacombs because of your thieving nature. Oh, this one has very little. In activating the tattoo, some of the memories of living on Sigil's streets will return to you, giving you more experience. Furthermore, it will give you a permanent bonus to your pickpocket skill. Even when the tattoo is invoked and the experience has been gained, however, the tattoo and the pickpocket bonus will remain. Okay. Anything else or new? I don't think so. Very well. Then I think... Oh, hold undead. You've learned to speak with the dead and hear their stories, even beyond the eternal boundary. This tattoo draws upon your powers over undeath and heightens them, allowing you to chain the undead within range with a single command. This tattoo only has a limited number of uses before it vanishes. Right. I do wonder if protection from evil would be a good one. I feel like we deal with a lot of evil things, but maybe not. Maybe I'm tripping. Either way, I definitely want the one that gives me regen. I love regenning. Yeah, Tattoo of the Lost Incarnation. Unless it's like a very insignificant amount of regen. In which case... And I should probably buy this other one that will give me XP, right? Why wouldn't I buy the ones that give me XP that I can actually use? Okay. Good. Special ability. Oh. Is it a spell? Item? How do I use it? How do I invoke it? Or do I put it in one of these slots? Maybe? Okay. Was that me invoking it? I guess so. How much XP did I get for that? I don't even know. Okay, what am I at right now? 96279. 96279. $96279. Okay. So just shy of 2000 XP, which ain't bad for just money. Okay, okay. Well, I think I'll keep that one. And of greater health. Who has lower health? Oh, Anna does by far. So I'll try to shore up one of your weak spots. Here we go, 46 HP now. Great. Okay, sure. And then, let's speak with Fel again. Okay, Anna, can you translate for me? Anna pauses for a moment. She looks torn. I can. Well, she really didn't want to mess around with Fel at first, so I don't want to make her, but I don't know. Is she gonna have like a change of heart about it? Will you? Anna shakes her head. Nay, I'm not about to walk with you into the Lady Shadow, so's I'm not. Okay, I see. I'll just try and speak with him myself. Okay, very well. Let's leave. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you do it. If you don't want to, I'm not gonna make you. Oh, here's a smoldering corpse bar.
All right.
Let's head over there. We need to hit up the rat fucking place, too. And get rid of all of our rat tails. Okay.
Done.
Fucking music, dog. Shit. Hello, Ignis? The crackling, billowing creature twists slowly above an iron grill upon the floor of the bar. It may have once been human, but now its skin is charred beyond recognition. Streams of fire form a wreath around the creature's body, and the flames lick at the few remaining pockets of flesh, causing them to bubble and run like wax down the creature's skeletal frame. I'm assuming if we do this, there's a decent chance we're gonna have to fight. Examine the corpse. Okay. The heat surrounding this creature is incredible. To your surprise, the iron grill the creature floats above has sagged and bent from the heat. At first you thought the heat came from the grill, but now you realize it emanates from the creature. As you watch, flecks of ash drift from the writhing corpse and float slowly to the ceiling. Greetings? The thing makes no response. It rises slowly with... Okay, we've read all this before. Examine it? Yeah, leave it alone. Huh. How do I use this, then? Greetings? Examine? Leave it. Huh. Yeah, I can't use it, then. I can't even equip it in a usable area. Okay. Sure. Maybe I can talk to Drusilla about it? Okay. Hello again, Traveler. Drusilla, any questions? No. Maybe I need something more to interact with it. How odd.
Done.
Okay, well, let's head over here. Let's see, where do I need to go again? We could go back and search Farad. We could go back there. We do need to find Emmerich, right? Where was Emmerich even at? Oh God. Journal. Emmerich. Shit. I spoke with a dustman named Emmerich. I mean, maybe he's at the Dustman Bar? Maybe? Wasn't that in the northeastern portion? Let's run up here.
Done.
Okay. Yeah, the Gathering Dust Bar. Let's see. Emmerich. Old copperized dustman. There's Emmerich. Hello? You see Emmerich. He is regarding you with a stony gaze. I had some questions for you. Emmerich waits. Okay. I spoke to Farad and discovered where Farad is getting the bodies he brings to you. Yeah, do I mind turning on Farad? I feel like I don't because he's probably, like, toast now. Yeah, I spoke to Farad and discovered where Farad is getting the bodies he brings to you. Where do the bodies he brings us come from? Truth. They come from the catacombs beneath Sigil. He's taking the bodies you have buried and selling them back to you. When you bury them again, he just digs them up again. Lie. A number of people in Ragpicker's Square have contracted a wasting sickness that causes their bodies to decay prematurely. Their bodies just seem to be older than they are. Actually, I misspoke. I haven't found that out yet. I had some other questions. Actually, I'm still looking into it. Farewell. Do I want to rat on Farad? Am I into the idea of ratting on him? I don't know. How will this impact the ecosystem within the catacombs, though? I mean, at the very least, it would probably really put a hamper on Farad coming there to mess with the undead. Assuming Farad is still alive, which seems unlikely. Alright, maybe for the sake of the Dead Nations, I'll tell on him, but even then, there are definitely permutations of this where it could go badly for them anyway. Right, but we'll take a chance. They come from the catacombs beneath Sigil. He's taking the bodies you have buried and selling them back to you. When you bury them again, he just digs them up again. Emmerich falls silent. He is staring at you with his stony gaze, and you are suddenly struck with the feeling that his eyes are burrowing into your skull. 2,500 XP. Emmerich nods. You have done a service for the Dustmen. He removes his hands from his sleeves, then lets his long sleeves drape across the table like a curtain. When he pulls them back, a small lapis lazuli coffin lies upon the table. It is a tiny thing, barely 2 inches wide and 3 inches long. The Dustman symbol is engraved on the coffin lid. Okay, I will pick it up. As you pick up the coffin, it chirrups, unfolds, and dissolves into a stream of hundreds of copper pieces, which you somehow manage to keep from spilling across the floor of the bar. How all these coins fit into the tiny coffin is beyond you. Thanks, I had some other questions for you. I must take my leave. Farewell. Okay.
All right.
300 ain't that much, I feel. Alright, let's get out of here. And also, of course, there ought to be some measure of consideration for
All right.
the bodies themselves and ultimately the wishes of the people who had died, you know, who signed over their corpse in such a way they may not want it being handled by ferret and sifted through endlessly. Granted, there may be some who don't mind, or do mind in the opposite direction. Okay, so let's head over here now. Right, let me check this. Yeah, the man in Ragpicker's Square would want to know. Let's head over here. We can also go... I better not forget. We need to go to the Vermin Control Center.
I'm gone.
There it is. Okay. Right. Then over here. Hello, Phineas T. Lort.
Aye, by the powers, stop creeping up on me like that.
He pushes his spectacles up on his nose and gives you a hard look.
And what is it I can do for you this time,
Okay, I have some questions. Let's see. Tell me about cranium rats? Oh, I have some rat tails. I'd like to collect a bounty on them.
Excellent, most excellent.
Claps his hands delightedly.
Let me see.
Turn in a rat tail, collect the bounty. Okay. Shit. Right, we have to do this. 1 1 4 1 1 4 1 1 4 1 1 4 1 1 4 1 1 4 1 1 4 1 1 4 1 1 4 1 1 4 1 1 4 1 1 4. Oh shit. Okay. How many of these do I have? I don't know if this is worth it. Look at him do his little animation. Yeah, I'm starting to get tired. my finger is starting to hurt from this same maneuver here. Let's see. Oh shit. Okay, I got rid of it.
Done.
Okay. Well, how many did we get rid of? I feel like I made a decent dent in them. I got 75 left. I don't think it's worth it. One per? That's absurd. Fuck off.
I'm gone.
Will Creedon just buy them? I don't think he will. Okay. No, I had some questions. Do you want to buy it now? Okay, farewell.
I'm gone.
Is it meant to deliberately be a fucking nightmare to go through it? Is this my own personal planescape of torment? where I have to do 114 till the end of fucking time? Okay, let's head over to Ragpicker's Square at the very least before we backtrack. And if we're in Ragpicker's Square, should we maybe just go all the way back to Farad? I feel like we should. And see if Farad is still around, and if not, in the likely event that he is not, we should go and get
I'm gone.
His cane and see if we can pop open a portal and get something cool. Okay. Who was it that wanted to know? I have agreed to help a man in Ragpicker's Square find out more about Farad's seemingly endless supply of corpses. He's offered to pay me for the information. He also told me that to find Farad, I'd need to follow... Oh, Sharegrave, isn't it? Okay.
All right.
Hello, Sharegrave. The man nods the slightest greeting.
Have you done what I asked of you? Found out what he's up to?
Yes, Farad's supply of dead bodies is coming from the catacombs beneath Sigil. He makes a lot of jinx selling corpses to dustmen already buried back to them.
Updated my journal.
His eyes widen in surprise, and he begins to shout.
How in Baitor did he get down there? That piking bastard.
His bolt hole is actually a cavern complex that leads to a small city block buried beneath Ragpicker's Square. From there is a gate that leads down into the catacombs. If you want to know how, that'll be extra. I'll just tell him.
I can't believe that bastard's luck.
Now that his secret's out, how much longer can it last? Soon the man is laughing merrily.
You're right, you are. Here's your jink, Cutter. Enjoy it.
I had some questions.
Eh? What? Sorry, Cutter. No time for you now. May up another time. Please be on your way if you would. I got plans to make.
Done.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and similarly, I don't know. It could be worse for everyone knowing about it. I don't think there's any way to know for certain, at least with what information I have on hand, as to, like, how it will turn out with everyone knowing. We can only, like, guess in one direction or the other. Okay. Trash-filled archway. Yep. Thrust the junk. Perfect. The only unfortunate thing is we're going to have to completely backtrack. We can't, like, fast travel via Anna again. So I'm gonna quick save right there in case Farad is actually still alive. I'm assuming his ass is dead. And we're going to get a super fun treat for backtracking all this way. But maybe not. Okay, down this way. I'll turn their health bars back.
I'm gone.
Buried villagers. Go there. Okay, and then Farad's Court. Sure, over here. And let's head on in.
Done.
Is he dead? He is definitely dead. Holy shit. Okay. It was the right call to come back then. Oh shit, Anna.
Duh, what happened? Who did this to you?
All right.
Well, let's talk to her first, I guess.
Aye? What is it you want then?
Anna, didn't I meet you in the hive before I found Farad? Oh, okay. Anna, do you know how Farad died?
She shakes her head. I dunno. No one with half a mind would... Farad got a long shadow, he does. You cross him, and you end up getting the stick you will.
You don't have to accompany me anymore, Anna. If you need to stay with the buried village, I will be nice. Because, yeah, I figure she wouldn't.
Nay, Anna interrupts you. I don't need to be in the village. And I was wondering, What I'd do if Farad got penned in the dead book I was, she snorts. Oh well, he's probably mounting someone's wall in the hells he is. But he's your father, don't you? Not me real da, he wasn't. Her eyes take on a hard look. He was greedy, and he was stupid, and he was selfish, and he was weak. She frowns. And now he's dead. And that's all.
Alright then. Something else I wanted to ask you? I lied. Okay. Well, she got over that one real quick.
What's up?
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
The sphere is back in my possession.
Farad's crutch. Oh, it's a club! An enchanted crushing weapon, not usable by mages. This rickety wooden staff has a crosspiece nailed across the top. The crosspiece is wrapped in rags, presumably to keep the damn thing from jamming too sharply into Farad's armpit when he leans on it. The crutch, not surprisingly, smells terrible, and every inch of it is covered in dirt, sewage, and various unidentifiable stains. Something about this crutch makes you wonder. Despite its fragile appearance, it has held up rather well. You even test it with your weight, and it holds up without so much as creaking. Considering Farad's scavenging nature, the crutch may have had some value beyond its surface appearance for him. Might even be usable as a weapon. Also, it has a triangle, which triangles have some measure of significance. Okay. I guess I'll wield it. The bronze sphere. Should I use the sphere myself now? Maybe. Let's move these things around a bit. Okay.
All right.
Going to use the sphere. This simple bronze sphere is about a foot across, but it is surprisingly light, as if hollow inside. Examine it. Okay. Yeah. Ron Custard. Same as before. We don't know the need, what it's for. Here we go. As you approach the archway, it appears to shimmer faintly. You notice that Farad's crutch emits a similar glow. Touch the archway with the crutch. Okay, I guess this is an archway. Sure. Where the fuck am I? Oh yeah, where am I? World map? I'm still in the hive. Farad's vault.
All right.
Looks like we're outside by a rocky mountain or something. Okay.
All right.
This lantern sheds a soft yellow radiance. It doesn't flicker like a torch or a candle flame. This looks like it was once a gallows pole. Now only a lantern hangs from it. Where's all the loot? Over here? Okay, we gotta circle around then. It seems. Whoa. It's a library. We'll check up here in case there's a whole bunch down that direction. These beams look centuries old and look hard as stone. These alcoves contain books, and more books. They are all indexed and placed in order among the shelves. Scroll of Chromatic Orb. Okay. Oh, you already know that one. Dakin. But up here, Magic Missile. What do you think of that, Dakin? This spell summons a magic missile that strikes its target unerringly for 2 to 5 points of damage with no save throw possible. In addition, the caster gains 1 extra missile every 2 levels, for a total of 5 missiles at level 9. Good. Isn't this also Reign of Anger? How is it different? Magic Missile is superior because it has a larger range. Yeah, the range on magic missile is double that of Rain of Anger. 3 to 6 points of damage. Oh, but Rain of Anger is more damage. I see. Okay, I would rather have Rain of Anger then. Yeah. This spell summons a mystical giant battle axe. The axe strikes a specified individual target for 1 to 8 points of damage. In addition, as a final blow, the axe will cause a magical effect to occur at random. Axe of Torment. Same symbol as I'm familiar with. Okay. This spell only affects the caster. Whenever the caster is attacked while the spell is in effect, all hostile creatures within a 10-foot radius take equal damage. It lasts for 1 attack per 4 levels of the caster. Okay. Sure.
Done. All right.
And this alcove? Bloodfly charm, clot. There we go. Oh shit. Okay, we'll equip that there, and that there. Good.
All right.
Sure. But over here, alcove of books. Cheese? Was Elminster gonna be in this? This is a piece of cheese. Okay. Is this gonna do anything? is this like some sort of weird esoteric little, like, you have to collect? Is this like the fucking golden pants in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2? Where you had to get the fucking golden pantaloons and such other weird, hard to find items that it's pretty much impossible on a first playthrough? These beams look centuries old and look hard as stone. Same as before. How about these? Some money. Swarm curse. All that scuttles, creeps, and swarms shall be invited to dine. On a victim of your choosing, brings a swarm of insects to attack all those in the area of effect. Brings a swarm of insects to attack all those in the area of effect. They inflict 1 to 4 plus caster level to divide by 3 points of damage every 5 seconds. No one can cast a spell while within the swarm. Okay. May as well learn it. And what's up top here? Nothing else.
All right.
All that. And let's check over here. Books, books, and more books. What does this say? Portal back to Farad's court. Oh, underneath. This is a fun little area. The edges of these shelves used to be covered with symbols, but they have faded away. Perhaps this was once a library. Bandages, needle and thread, jar of embalming fluid. Okay. Let's see, let's move that over to you. Great. Okay. Just moving some shit around.
Done.
And bandages. Give these to you, Anna.
Done.
Okay. Now let's continue over here. There isn't one big super item that we've gotten out of this, though. I guess Farad's crutch, if you use clubs. And I suppose, yeah, okay, yeah, it's really good if you're a caster. How about over here? Ah, segmented earring. Maybe this will be what... Ooh, +2 to AC. +2 to AC versus piercing. This earring has been made from the hardened shell of a segmented larva-like creature. Its shell has been... Is it the, Anka? Or whatever it was called? The Anak? the big, like, Thresher Maw-looking creatures from BG1? Its shell has been treated with some sort of glazed finish that makes it look disturbingly alive. The wire that hooks to the ear looks like it is part of the larva itself, perhaps its stinger or antenna. To activate the earring's power, the wearer must prick his thumb with the stinger, allowing it to bond with its new owner. When awakened, this earring helps protect the wearer from attacks, giving the wearer's skin the same strength and durability of the larva's shell. Okay. Should I keep the earring? Or should I just use it? I'm just gonna fucking use it. Give me the money. And I'll equip this earring for AC purposes. Good.
All right.
Okay, how about over here? Ah, another eye. Shit, I can't ID it. Okay. Dakin, can you take a look? ID with a spell. Angleless eye. Oh shit, don't I already have this? Oh no. Oh no, now we got two of them. Fuck. Shit. I've been fucked.
All right.
They fucked me. Okay. Is there something over this way? I don't think so. Weird to see the grass. Right, it's kind of beautiful. After so long in such a hellish place, normally. Has it perhaps been the case that this entire area was shaped by Farad's own will? Should we read into it in that way? Beams are centuries old. I too am centuries old. What is this silhouette here? Is this rocks? Or is this like a giant statue? Right? You notice an enclosed space beneath the walkway begin to shimmer softly. Once again, Farad's crutch glows as well. Touch the crutch to the walkway.
Done.
Cool. And then, do I have anything else I need? I don't think so. So we can backtrack all the way where we were before. We could sell some stuff off to this asshole over here, too. Let's see. Let's unequip some of these items real fast. Bronze ring, copper earring, silver bracelet. Hello. I want to trade. I guess I'll sell the angleless eye, because I have no need for it now. Yeah. And then... anything here? I don't know if these pouches and shit are gonna be anything worthwhile. Yeah, what's the point of selling the cranium rat tails to that one dude if they love them here? Right? What the fuck? They give me a similar rate. Okay, let me sell these. Bone dagger can go too. Do you have any punch knives for Anna? Oh, I thought that she would be able to use iron knuckles as well. But no. Okay, well. What can you do?
I'm gone.
Now, let's head on back up out of here. Great. Actually, before we do that, let's go rest at the seamstress's place. She allowed us to rest, didn't she? Yeah, Marta's. That way we can get spell slots back on Dakin. And Mort can top off his HP a bit. Questions for you, Marta? Can I rest here? Okay. Very well. 8 hours rest. Fantastic.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
And then let's travel on up this way. Good, good, good.
Done.
Okay, then over here. Now, apologies as well. Probably should have mentioned it elsewhere, but maybe it won't need to have been mentioned. We'll see. But, if you're watching these videos as they're coming out, I will very likely have to miss Saturday's videos for everything, except maybe like a short, because those are already done ahead of time. But that is because we are attending a small wedding, and that it's kind of far-ish away, so it may take up a lot of the day. We're going on a road trip a little far out. Okay. Let's head over here. But I am hoping that maybe I can get like a bonus IRL video or something recorded ahead of time just to fill the gap. And then I was thinking like maybe that's what I should do going forward. Just do like an easier IRL video to fill the gap or whatever. One that doesn't take too much time.
I'm gone.
Whenever there's an occasion like that where it's like, might end up missing something or whatever. Yeah, now that I think of it, could even like have those done ahead of time, you know, and just roll them out whenever is necessary. Oh, that's a good idea, huh? That's a pretty good idea. Just have them banked, just in case. Because of course, you know, I struggle to bank stuff for playthroughs themselves, especially if it ends up in like a transitory period. Okay. Where it's like, you know, a playthrough is ending or one is beginning. Then you run into issues there too. Alrighty. Now, let's go over here. And one of the more peculiar things that... Oh, shit. I can't go down here from... Oh, shit. Oh, it's right here. It's right here. Oh, God. Where's the sweet spot? There it is. But yeah, one of the more interesting things that I never accounted for as well.
All right.
Last time I recorded a decent chunk ahead was folks saying and writing in and letting me know that
We're being watched, Chief.
they actually really liked
Casual.
the fact that although these are pre-recorded videos and all of that, it's not like a live stream. They did like the fact that I don't record far ahead normally. And this is, let's be real, this is usually born out of laziness, right? This is usually born out of laziness where, you know, if I'm ahead of stuff, I'll be like, oh, I'll play something else for my own fun or whatever, right? That is off camera. Or, you know, sometimes there's prep work involved where it's like, I gotta do inventory management or whatever the heck, or some measure of clerical work for the channel that isn't like recording or making a video, you know, stuff like that. But usually I'm not just like, okay, I've got extra time, I'm just gonna record ahead a whole bunch. But regardless,
All right.
folks have said that they kind of like that because if you are watching, if you are like, among those who are watching the videos as they're coming out, right, which, you know, is a pretty rare thing. You become kind of like the minority in the early parts of the video, but less so the longer the playthrough goes on, right? But that's neither here nor there. But folks like the fact that they can write in little hints and tips in the comments and shit like that, because a lot of people do know that I absolutely read them all no matter what, right? Although that said, conversely, there are those who never believe me when I say that I do actually read them all, right? Who think I'm full of shit, or they're new and that they don't know this about me. Although I don't like respond to every single damn comment, I sure as hell do read them all. All right. Unless, of course, you know, it like gets filtered out by YouTube or whatever, right? That happens as well. All right. Dabus. Is there anything I can get you to do to leave? I guess we're gonna have to fucking kill this guy. Let me do another check over here. No, because it's just gonna be the big-ass head. All right. We're gonna have to do some murder, I guess. Do I have any other course of action?
Huh?
Maybe I can get more to taunt it.
Like that.
And then
right.
does that count? I didn't actually kill it. So if we leave now...
I'm gone.
Okay. The dabus still remains. I can't seem to get rid of him. Yeah, I'll say that. It must be removed. There must be a way. Make it depart. Time is short. Must divide soon or be destroyed. Don't worry, I'll think of something.
All right.
Okay. Well, what the hell? I guess we gotta kill it for real.
I'm gone.
I have no real other course of action.
The cross sings true.
Sure had a lot of XP.
Done.
Okay.
Done.
The dabus is gone. As you approach the stone face, the various ambient sounds of the alley once again assault your ears, and through them the voice speaks. You have returned. I've killed the dabus. He won't be interfering any longer. 1,500 XP. The voice of the alley is silent for a long moment, as if contemplating your words. Should not have destroyed. Floating One, you draw the attention of the Bladed One, Painbringer she is. I had to kill him. It was the only way to get him to stop repairing. What's done is done. The dabus is gone, though, and now you can divide. Look, you asked me to remove him, so I gutted him. Now you can divide, right? God, was there a way to not kill him? I had to kill him. Still cannot divide. Too weak. Cannot undo the Floating One's repairs. Its changes must be reversed before I can divide. You must undo the Floating One's repairs for me. You want me to undo the dabus's changes? How? How can I reverse the repairs? I'm no carpenter. I'm no carpenter. Seek out the parts of me the Floating One has changed. Reverse the changes, undo the repairs. Must be exact, precise, only then can I divide. Very well, I'll find and reverse the repairs for you. I'll probably need some tools. A hammer and pry bar should do the trick.
Updated
Learn
my
some new
journal.
tricks.
Was there a way in which I could have peacefully solved that with the dabus?
All right.
Hang on. Do I have some means of that? Can I, like, banish... Yeah, can I banish them? Hang on, what the fuck is a dabus again? You can definitely banish... Well, does that not count as killing? Right? Biography? No. Information? No. Journal. Beasts. NPC. Dabus. Something about them strikes me as wrong. Maybe I'm meant to do it. I'm forced down this route. Bone charm, needle and thread. I have no idea. How am I to remove the dabus? Not charm, strength, traps. Oh, I can give this earring to Anna. Yeah, the obsidian earring for your other ear. Merc? Oh yeah, maybe the black sphere will do it. Maybe that'll work? Okay, let's try black sphere. Sure. There's also abyssal pipe. Deadly fumes. That's maybe not it. Shamanic rod. Okay, we'll try the merc.
Aye?
Casts black sphere. What the fuck?
I'm gone.
I don't think it's working.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Mage spell. Vilkar's eye. No. Maybe I have no choice but to kill it. Like, we are just murdering someone. I think. How much autonomy do dabuses have? I feel like they have a lot. Or maybe they not a lot of autonomy, but I feel like they definitely qualify for, like, personhood. Let's quick load again.
All right.
See, if only there were a way I could, like, taunt it and get it to leave.
Done.
Maybe this hammer will do? Somehow? Okay.
Done.
Hello. Greetings. Okay, never mind. I don't know. Is there another way to deal with it? Fuck me. Should I just fucking kill it? Should I just kill it? Unless there's something in that one barrel in here that would do the trick. Right, you know the one I'm talking about? That's surrounded by enemies? It's the one thing we don't know about. We gotta search it real fast.
Ah,
Ah,
great.
fuck.
I hope he doesn't lose his memories this time.
Oh, we're back here.
I'm gone.
I hope you haven't forgotten yourself. I don't want to explain our boring adventures all over again.
Okay. Over here. Through this way. See, and what happened to the one lady that was supposed to meet me out here on the other side? You know? Maybe she should have... Right, she probably could have, would have, should have helped. Okay, is there anything good in this? Fuck! Fuck! No, I can't loot it from this side! No!
Encore! Encore!
Okay, well... How's my body continually reappearing here?
Time.
Okay, I'm gonna try and pull them all the way over here.
Done.
Okay. Good. Then through this way. Oh shit, these ones are back into position, huh? Oh fuck. Listen to them doing their freaky shit. Okay. Okay.
I'm hurt.
No! Oh, my pathing is so shit!
A bit.
Okay. Alright, again. Again.
Didn't
Done.
really think you were deathless. Cursed you are.
Okay, over here. There's probably just going to be like a pile of rags in this shit. You know? That's going to be the most torturous torment of all. Oh, here we go. Oh, fuck, it's actually filled with good stuff. I mean, not anything particularly good for us, but still. Okay, run out the door.
I'm gone.
Because it warps everyone with me. Neat. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Davis. I fucking tried, dude. I don't know. I'm stumped. I don't know how else to get you out without killing the shit out of you. I mean, maybe I could, yeah, maybe I could stealth? Enter stealth mode. And can I pickpocket?
Not this time.
Pickpocket failed. Okay, well now it's trying to fuck us up. Alright, we gotta kill it.
All right.
Here we are. And then over and around this way. Am I healing like substantially faster thanks to my one thingamajig? Is it happening? Am I going super fast with my healing? I feel like I'm not. I feel like it's not that much. And I think every tick, it happens twice now. Right? It's 2 ticks directly next to each other at a time. Right? The frequency of ticks does not change. Maybe that only changes with... Oh, look, that time... Okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Alright, we're making sense of it. Okay, yada yada, I killed the dabus. I had to kill him. It was the only way. Okay, I'm no carpenter. I'll find some shit.
My journal.
Tricks?
Fortunately, I did get the hammer off of the other dead dabus this time. Anna has also leveled up. Let's tend to that. Save throws improved. Backstab multiplier increased by 1. 20 thief skill points gained. Plus 3 HP, 2 HP from con. What do I want? Open doors or pickpockets? I feel like it's between open doors and pickpockets. So far we haven't needed to open doors. But what if we just haven't arrived at that point yet? Because so far I've been able to bash them all down. So maybe I just dump it all into open door. And we'll see how it goes. Okay.
Done.
So what parts do I need to fuck up? Oh, maybe the interactables, right? The ones with the little switcheroo arrows.
Done.
Yeah, this stuff. This dilapidated structure seems on the verge of collapse. Several boards have recently been nailed into place to reinforce a sagging building. Examine the structure more closely. It appears as if the dabus was in the process of repairing this building. Several newer and sturdier boards have been nailed into place over the old ones. With the right tool, it may be possible to reverse the repairs. Use the pry bar to loosen the boards. One by one, you pry loose the fresh boards from the face of the building. As the last board comes free, the building emits a loud groan as its weight shifts unsteadily upon its now unsupported frame. Okay. And there was another one somewhere back here. Oh, there it is. Were there 3? Rule of 3s? I don't think so. Just 2. 1 for each tool, I guess. Sorry, readjusting my chair a little bit. This rickety dwelling looks as though it has stood for centuries. Its wooden walls are weathered and worn with age. A number of planks on this side of the structure appear to have been recently pried loose. Examine the structure. It appears as though the dabus was attempting to tear down this ancient structure. Several boards are loose upon the building's frame, their nails nearly pried all the way out. Use the hammer to nail the boards back into place. You hammer the boards neatly back into place, taking a step back to examine your handiwork. You notice that, strangely enough, the building no longer appears quite as old as it did at first glance. Leave. Okay. Very well. Continue over here. I think that's everything, right? Because I can't get into this section yet.
Done.
Okay. Hello? You have returned. I have reversed the repairs as you have asked. Yes, all is in order. I am grateful. Again, the wind begins to blow around you, this time with fierce intensity. The omnipresent sounds of the alley begin to increase in volume until the soft murmur of the voice is nearly drowned out by the ensuing racket. Now you must go. Division begins. The way is now open to you. Farewell then.
Updated my journal.
The stone face before you begins to transform once again, its mass shifting and roiling as you look on. The entire wall seems to melt before your eyes, exposing a narrow passageway beyond. The ground underfoot suddenly begins to rock violently, and the soft sighing of the wind intensifies to a more urgent, almost human-like moaning. You can hear the sounds of crashing stones and snapping boards all around you as you dash into the passageway.
Updated my journal.
Oh. Oh my gosh, don't look, Marion. What the fuck?
Ooh, looks
Okay.
like my skills
God.
have increased.
You there, sir. You look like you might be interested in some fine clothes. There goes Mort. Uh-oh. He's getting accosted by Ratman.
Is this the one? It's a skull, ain't it? That's what he wants. Grab it.
What in the hey, let go, let go, help, help! Oh shit. They took him. Oh shit, he exploded into all of his loot.
All right.
Okay, holy shit. Well. That's probably not good. Take this stuff. Okay.
Done.
Well, that is... Okay, well... Where am I? Lower ward. Oh, this is it. This is the lower ward now. Vorten and Korur. Hello, Vorten. You see a harmonium officer. He gives you a bored look as you approach. Greetings. He gives you a bored look. Greetings, citizen. Measure 3 Vorten at your service. I have some questions. He sighs. I don't mean to be rude, but I am on duty, and I have no time for questions. He pauses. If you would like information, go to Ebb Creek Knees. Who is Ebb Creek Knees? Where can I find him? Never mind, farewell. Don't I know, someone with that same surname? Or is that a different guy? Right, don't I know him? Who is Ebb Creek Knees? He is an old friend of mine. I think he considers himself to be a tout now, so he can give you the chant concerning just about anything. Where do I find him? He thinks for a moment. Last I heard, he pretty much set himself up in the Smoldering Corpse bar. You can find it somewhere down in the hive. Right, we were there and we did talk to him.
Done.
Okay. Lower Ward townsperson. Hello? You see a middle-aged man with yellow skin. He glances at you as you approach in size. He gives you a bored look. Greetings? I don't know what you want, but I don't want to give it. Go away. I have some questions. Really? Well, if that's all you want, can you tell me about this ward? Someone stole a skull that I had. I'm trying to find him. Never mind, farewell. Can you tell me about this ward? Yeah, this is a lower ward. Common folk live here. Not much else to say about it. I see. I have some more questions. Really? Well, if that's all you want. Someone stole a skull I had. I'm trying to find him. He snorts and frowns at you. A skull? What in the name of old Bator would anyone, including yourself, want with this skull? He stares at you for a moment, then shrugs. Never mind. None of my business. So do you know who might have taken him? He shakes his head slowly. No, I don't. And the more I think about it, the more certain I am that I don't want to know. Okay, thank you. Farewell.
Done.
How about you, Karur? You see a middle-aged man wearing dusty clothes. He does not appear to be in the best of health. His skin is pale yellow, and you see an occasional pustule along his arms. Greetings? He turns and glances at you from behind hollow eyes. His eyes narrow in suspicion as he continues to glance around. What do you want? His voice is raspy. I have some questions. He turns his attention to you. What are you bothering me for? I look the part of a tout. You're available. You seem to be a knowledgeable individual that I can learn from. What's a tout? What's a tout? He frowns at you. Someone you go to for asking a bunch of damn fool questions. He stares at you. I have some questions. He sighs. What you be wanting to know? Who are you? Are you feeling all right? What can you tell me about this ward? Is there anything interesting to see around here? I had a skull and it's been stolen from me. Do you know anyone who would do such a thing? I want to be a better warrior. Can you help me better my skills? Whoa, you'll do that? Who are you? He gives a slight bow. Name's Corer. In my day, I was a pretty good warrior. He pauses and sighs. Well, them days is over, but I still know a trick or two. Can you teach me the warrior's way? Well, why not? You sure you want to give up your current profession? Yeah, I'm sure. Well, what exactly do you want training in? Can you tell me if I'm ready for more instruction? I think I could teach you a bit more. Okay, I'm ready. What can you teach me? What you be wanting to learn? Okay, teach me how to fight with my fists. Fists, eh? Well, I can teach you if you want. Yes, I'd like to learn to use this weapon. Well, here we go. You ready? Yep. Well, I guess that's it. Now what? Can I learn other weapons if you could teach me? How about hammers? Hammers, eh? Well, I can teach you if you want. All right, yeah, I'd like to learn. You ready? Yeah. I guess that's good. All right, how about some more? You know all that I can teach you for now. Come back after you've experienced the world a bit more. All right, very well, thank you. Cool. So now what's my... fist is +3. Hammer is +3.
I'm gone.
Okay, what's over here? Money. More money. Pouch.
All right.
Okay. Moving around this way. Oh wow, I can go down here. What is this structure? The pawn shop. What the fuck was that ambient audio? That was very fucking wild. Holy shit. Okay. Oh my god. Hello, shopper. I'm just strolling in here. You see a man leisurely examining the wares. Greetings. He glances at you. Yes, Cutter? I have some questions. He frowns and waves you away. I have no time for this, Cutter. Leave me be. He turns away from you. Leave.
I'm gone.
Broker, we've got a customer.
Okay. Anything I can examine here? Hello? Micah? This rotund woman, complete with shrewish eyes and a nasal voice, brays out.
Now, what have we here? A customer? Do mine eyes spy a customer?
The diminutive man replies. Of course your eyes spy a customer. They see a customer all the time. Customers on the street. We have no customers. We'll never have customers. It is useless and forlorn for... He pauses as his eyes alight to you. Micah, we have a customer.
That's what I've been trying to say to you. That's what I've been saying to you.
She lowers her voice and turns to you.
What can we do for you?
Let's talk about trades. What can you tell me about the area? Can you tell me about yourself? Who's he? What can you tell me of the factions? Nothing, thanks, farewell. Can you tell me about the area?
I'm sure my husband here will be more than delighted to tell you about the Civic Fest Hall and the brothel.
She sniffs.
But my tastes run more toward...
Her tastes run toward whatever can make her belly larger. Her taste is entirely in her mouth, and even then she has precious little
judgment too, I say, because I allowed your words to sway me away from a promising future. Now I'm...
The two of them hurl themselves headlong into pointed bickering. I had a few more questions. The two of them are in a heated argument. They ignore you entirely as if their words slowly fill the air, in the shop. I'll just come back later then, farewell. Oh, do I actually need to do that in order to trade?
I'm gone.
Okay.
The dead one has returned. Broker, the dead one has returned.
I can see that. Do you think I can't see that? Of course I can see that. I've eyes, don't I?
He turns to you.
What can we do for you today?
Can you tell me about the area?
Ah, you want to know about the area? I can tell you many things about the area. There are many sights to see.
Micah breaks in.
And the first thing you'll mention will be the brothel, no doubt. The brothel for you men. It's always the brothel or the Civic Fest Hall, never the market or...
I was going to tell him about the market, but now I'm going to tell him about the brothel just to spite you. And then I'll tell him about the Civic Fest Hall, and never will I mention any of the other attractions.
The two of them degenerate into a shouting match, ignoring you. I'd like to buy something. They're so busy shouting at each other that they don't pay any attention to you. The shop rapidly fills with their words. Okay. Let's do it again.
All right.
Hello?
The dead one has returned.
I can see that.
Okay, can you tell me about yourself?
Me? You want to know about me? Micah, he wants to know about me.
He's just being polite. He doesn't really care. You have nothing useful to say anyway.
You're the owner of a pawn shop, and that's all you'll ever be, because you lack ambition. I lack ambition? Lack ambition. If I didn't have a lodestone of this wife and this life, I'd be something. But no, instead I'm a storekeeper instead of a grand adventurer.
The two of them degenerate into a shouting match, ignoring you. Farewell then. They're so busy shouting each other. Okay. I wonder if we'll be able to get a word in for any of these, other than just normal trading. Okay, the dead one has returned. Who's she?
She's my devoted wife of some 200 years, and the light of my life, and the greatest gift to ever into his life, isn't that right? I saved him, you see, from the life his parents had planned for him, and he promised to take me away from all this, and instead what you see is the life he gave me. I tell you, it would be enough to drive a body to drink. If she weren't already there, she's the biggest bubba this side of the hive, sir, and she's already been that way for years, I tell you, years. She'd drink the river Oceanus and still be thirsty if it were made of alcohol.
The two of them continue to squabble, ignoring you. Okay, farewell again. Let's try another time. Or another topic.
I'm gone. Done.
There we go. You know, 1990s. 1990s comedy. I fucking hate my wife. Alright, what can you tell me of the factions?
The factions, eh? The factions. Micah, he wants to know about the factions. We have... I have ears. I can hear what he says. Broker has no truck with the factions, because they know he can't hold to a belief long enough to believe it himself. I know one thing, I believe. I believe this life must be my punishment for something I did in a past life.
The two of them break into a heated argument and ignore you. Alright, farewell then. Maybe I won't even be able to trade either.
All right.
Okay, the dead one has returned. Let's talk about trades. Oh, there we go. That worked. Shards of Fate. Whoa. Breaks after first use. 10 to 100 piercing. These gauntlets have been created from special crystals found only on the plains of Baator. When struck by these gauntlets, the crystals will shatter into thousands of pieces, tearing into the flesh and bone of those unlucky enough to be struck. Although heavy metal plates protect the user's hands, there remains a slight chance that some of the shards may strike the user. More cheese. A maul. Whoa. 1 to 4 crushing. Okay. A glass eye. Crimson sphere earring. 10 resist to fire and 5 resist to magical fire. Not usable by Ignis. What? Have I done sequence breaking? Isn't Ignis the name of the fucking burning guy? Didn't we learn that? Am I mistaken in thinking that, or am I thinking of a different burning guy from, like, a different game? This small red gem set into the earring acts like a heat sponge, protecting the wearer from heat or flame attacks. Whenever the wearer is exposed to fire, the gem draws some of the heat into itself, shielding its wearer from part of the damage. It is rumored that each of these earrings holds a tiny fire mephit inside, and that they are so starved for heat that they will drink deep of any fire in the vicinity. This has never been proven, mostly because no one really cares to investigate the matter. Can I pop my journal right now? No, I can't. What was his fucking name? Was his name not Ignis? That we found out from somebody in the bar? Okay, well. The Whispering Flask again. I mean, I guess there's some okay and interesting stuff. The Shards of Fate are really peculiar. It's gotta be said. Let's get rid of that. Do I have anything else? Any other, like, vendor trash grade items? I guess his hammer. Okay. Sure. Done. Let me see. Journal. Yeah. Yeah, Ignis. His name is Ignis. He's a party member? Okay. Man, all right. If Anna was pretty obvious, Ignis was definitely not to me, at least. All right. God, did I miss him? Should I go back? I tried the water, but I don't know how else to go about it. Did I miss the opportunity? I feel like I should be able to have him in my party at this point then. Can I look in this? Or am I gonna get in deep shit? I've quick saved in case this is bad. Rags, Scroll of Infinite Recall. They mad about that?
I'm gone.
They don't seem to give a shit. Oh, she's on the move. Okay. Hello? Okay. Farewell. Sure.
Done.
Great, let's head on up here. Who is this? Kina, Zerb, Gort, and Thorpe. Okay. I don't know about that. Let's see, where did... There you are. Hello. Kina. Or Kaina. This woman has a yellow cast to her skin and severe features. Tattoos cover her body, and she wears a long blade at her side. Her eyes are like two small black pearls. As you approach her, they follow Dakin's movements. Dakin. Before you reach her, Dakin breaks in. I would have you hear me. What is it, Dakin? It is my will that we not speak to this woman. Why not? I hear you. We will speak to her anyway. Then do not speak to her. Very well. We will not. Why not? She is a Zerth. Our wills are crossed blades. We have no common ground. Your wish has been noted. We will speak to her anyway. Then do not speak to her. As you approach, she ignores you entirely. Dakin gives her a slight bow, and she ignores entirely. She loses a string of harsh words at Dakin, and he replies in a level tone. This only seems to infuriate her. Dakin, will you translate for me? What did she say? Wait, let's get out of here. What did she say? He need not translate for you. I will tell you. You are a human, wearing a shirt of scars and blood, unfit to hear the words of Zerthamon. You walk in the shadow of a pariah, yet he has persuaded me to allow you to hear me speak. I would know your will. I just had a few questions. Ali, drowning. Ask and you shall be answered. What did you mean when you said I walk in the shadow of a pariah? Can you teach me the Githzerai language? Can you teach me the way of Zerthamon? I have no other questions. Farewell. Can you teach me the Githzerai language? If the one you travel with cannot be bothered to do so, I shall educate you. Githzerai's speech is based on history. All things become story to us. Metaphor is a powerful tool, an inspiration to heroism for our people, and a deterrent to villainous deeds. When we speak of Torig's table, we remember that Torig was noted for his hospitality and goodwill. When we speak of Selkant's heart, we recall the lecherous and cruel nature of Selkant. Do you understand? Metaphor is a powerful tool. All things become story to us. Okay, yeah, I think I understand.
Updated my journal.
I understand. 5,000 XP. Your education continues. Is this her saying that? I don't think so. Your education continues. A wise man wrote the Book of the Anarchs. To accuse someone of treason is to remember Vilkar's eye. It is said of generous people that their cupboards are bare. Common greetings include Hail Swordringer and Zerkai's kin bow to you, to which one should respond, and the traveler is pleased. Your mind is filled with many other such phrases. Okay, I had some more questions. Okay. Ak Ali drowning. Asking you shall be answered. Can you teach me the way of Zerthamon? Her eyes harden. You travel with one who calls himself a Zerth and lectures me on my morality, and yet you ask if I can teach you the way? Ask him to teach you, for I will not. Okay, calm down and answer me some more questions. What did you mean when you said I walk in the shadow of a pariah? You walk with a pariah, and you know not his history? He is quick to speak other words, but of his history he has remained silent? Ask him of Shra Kut lore, of the fall of a mighty fortress to the Githyanki, and see what his divided mind reveals to you. Ask him how he speaks with Zerthamon's words, but how Karak is as mist. It is not Zerthamon's words that lack conviction. It is their echoes that have been distorted. There is no doubt in how Zerthamon's mind is spoken. Generations of Zerth are as Rakma's jewel. Rakma's jewel, of one mind on this matter. Your stance carries with it a divided mind. The doubt is yours, an echo cast from your own faithlessness. Your words speak not the mind of Zerthamon. They are shaped of angles and hate, as if molded from Gith's mind itself. You shall lie with the dead of Shrak-Kat lore in shifting chaos, for you see all with Vilkar's eye. Your mind is divided, your Karak weak. Stand in the way of the blades. Dakon, you will stop this now. Let it go, Dakon. Attack the Zerth. I'll stand in the way of the blades. As if sensing your intent, Dakon speaks to you. Without breaking the gaze he holds with Kina. Hold fast, and do not stand in the way of our blades. Dakon, I order you to stop this. Let it go, Dakon. Attack the Zerth anyway. Let them fight. Let it go, Dakon. Dakon reluctantly lowers his blade. Kina stares at him incredulously for a moment, and then a sharp grin splits her features. The truth at last. Your mind is not divided. You are a slave to this human. He speaks with an Anarch's authority to you, and you listen. Your mind is cast in Gith's mold, Kina. Let's go, Dakon. You've lost your way, Dakon. Know that I hope you find your path. I pity you. Farewell. Let's go, Dakon. Holy shit, okay. Dakon, I said you didn't have to talk to her. This is on you. I absolve myself of all guilt. The purpose of this device is unknown. It appears to be some sort of drawbridge-like contraption. Yeah, that's very true. Who is this wizard Sebastion? You see an older man in elegant robes. He has bright eyes and a warm smile. He gives you a slight bow as you approach. Good day, Cutter. I am Sebastion. How may I serve you? Greetings. Ignore the man. Greetings. Greetings to you as well, Cutter. He stops in mid-sentence as he notices your scars, and you see his eyes travel along them, and his eyes arch in surprise. He returns his gaze to you. I was about to ask what I could do for you, but there is no need. I think I see why you came to see me, Cutter. I have some questions. What? Are you trying to say you can help me with these scars? Never mind, farewell. You trying to say you can help me with these scars? He smiles at you and shrugs his shoulders. Perhaps, Cutter, perhaps. He leans forward and begins to examine your scars carefully. He runs a finger along several of them, mumbling to himself. Finally, he looks at you. Yes, Cutter, I can help you. I cannot cure you, but I can alleviate the worst of your condition. And your price? Ah, yes! The price. He begins stroking his chin and stares at you. You get the impression you are being weighed somehow. He seems to come to some sort of decision. I have a job that I think you could perform. Go on. Forget it. I have some other questions for you. I'm not interested in any jobs. Farewell. Okay, a quest. Go on. I have signed a contract with a certain creature. I am no longer able to fulfill the contract. It is beyond my abilities. However, the creature will not release me from the contract. Instead, it has threatened me with death unless I fulfill the contract. Let me guess. You want me to solve this problem for you? He sighs. Yes, I cannot do it myself. My reputation demands that I fulfill the contract or face the consequences. I'm at your mercy in this regard. Will you help me? What kind of creature are we talking about? An Abishai named Grosuk, Cutter. He pauses to gauge your reaction. I know this is a difficult task, but one I think you can handle. Also, the reward I offer you is great. He gestures at your scars. What were you contracted to do? He shakes his head. I cannot reveal that information, Cutter. I am magically bound not to. That is why people come to me. They know that if I accept a contract, it will be handled with discretion. I see. An interesting proposal. He looks at you hopefully. Will you do it, Cutter? Okay, give me the
Updated
details.
my journal.
He smiles at you and gives a sigh of relief. Thank you, Cutter. The creature is an Abishai named Grosuk. You will need a magic weapon to cause it any harm, so check with some of the shops if you do not own one. A spellcaster can harm it as well. Grosuk can be found to the east, beyond the siege tower. Siege tower? Yes, over beyond the market. Damned thing just appeared one day, several years back. No one knows why, and no one seems to be able to get inside to find out. I see. I had other questions? His smile broadens as he gives you a slight bow. Ask away, Cutter. Who are you? I am Sebastion. A mage of sorts. I do contract work for those who can meet my price. What kind of work? You hesitate to use the word mage. Why? Why do you hesitate? He nods his head. Yes, I'm not a mage, Cutter, but I can perform the art in my own way. I've forsaken the normal studies of magic and followed my own path. He pauses and shrugs his shoulders. It is easier to call me a mage than to argue the point. What kind of work do you do? He gives you a slight smile and then shrugs his shoulders. Confidential work, Cutter. I am known for my discretion and getting deeds done. People come to me with quests. If I can perform them, I do so. If I cannot, I don't. In either case, I keep silent. I have more questions. What is this place? He gives you a quizzical look. Do you mean this market or this ward of Sigil? The market. This is a common market, Cutter. There are many things for sale here. Spells, potions, information, women, men, just about anything, if you can afford the price. Tell me about this ward. This is the lower ward, Cutter, home of the common people and the industrial side of Sigil. It's not the slums of the Hive, yet it holds no splendor such as the ladies' ward. Okay. Why is it called the lower ward? He lets out a short laugh and shrugs his shoulders. That depends on your point of view, Cutter. The rich say it's because this is the home of the common or lower classes. If you ask those who live here, it's because of the portals and the incident. What? The incident? Yes. He frowns as he pauses to think. A long time ago, this was known as the Prime Ward. People new to the city were placed here and not allowed to access all of Sigil. There were many other restrictions placed upon them as well. Some Burke took offense to that and decided to form a rebellion. It went nowhere, of course, until he made a fascinating discovery. Do we think this is Farad or me? Go on.
You see, there are a lot of portals in this area of the city, and most of them open into the lower planes. Well, that balmy Burke found a way to open them all at once. He allowed anything that wanted to come through the portals into the city. It became quite bloody. A terrible war ensued. Anyway, that's why this is known as the Lower Ward, because of the portals.
Sebastion, how did this person open all the gates?
He used an item that either had commissioned or made himself. What it was called...
He pauses to think for a moment.
I remember. The Shadow Sorcelled Key.
At the mention of the key, you begin to feel dizzy. It was me. The world around you freezes and everything turns gray. You sense a past memory trying to force its way into your consciousness. All right, relax and let it come.
My journal.
The world around you fades, and you find yourself in the darkened streets of Sigil. Your heart is pounding, trying to break free from your chest. Your breath comes in ragged gasps. You've been running for hours, it seems, and yet you cannot stop. You turn a corner and enter an alley, finally slowing your flight. You feel your strength fade as you lean against a nearby wall and try to catch your breath. You become aware of something hard pressed into the palm of your hand. Glancing down, you open your clenched fist to stare at the gem embedded in the flesh. Maybe that's what's missing. Your body sags toward the wall until your forehead touches its cold, damp surface. Your eyes close and you force yourself to take slow, deep breaths. Just as you feel your strength returning, you hear a faint noise and instantly snap to full awareness. You look toward the alley mouth. At first, you see nothing, just ghost visions caused by the shadows of the night. You're about to turn away when a slight movement catches your eye. Slowly, a female form glides around the corner, pauses, and then turns to face you. Your eyes travel from her slender waist toward her full bosom, then her blade-enshrouded face. Even in the darkness, you can see her cold, emotionless eyes. The memory fades, and your normal vision returns. You are standing before Sebastion in the market. He's looking at you with some concern, but this passes when he sees that you are all right.
Thought I lost you for a moment there, Cutter.
What became of this shadow sorcelled key? He shrugs his shoulders.
No one knows. The key has been lost for some time now. Many believe the Lady of Pain took the key to prevent it from ever being used again.
So what was the outcome of the rebellion? He thinks for a moment.
Well, everyone except the leader was given pages in the dead book. The leader and the creatures just up and vanished one day. Surely the lady's work. The survivors fled the ward. The fumes of the lower planes had polluted the air, you see. Anyway, the ward remained deserted until the foundry was eventually built.
What can you tell me about the foundry? He frowns.
It is the home of the Godsmen, Cutter. If you have any questions regarding them, I suggest you go to the foundry and ask them.
All right, some other questions. What's going on around here? He looks at you suspiciously.
What do you mean, Cutter?
He looks around and spreads his arms as if to encompass the whole ward.
Life, Cutter. Life, as usual. Nothing more.
All right, I had some other questions. I had a talking skull and he was kidnapped. He was skull-napped. Can you tell me or help me? He stares at you for some time before answering.
A skull? Well, if I were to hazard a guess, I would say that your skull is now in the possession of the Master of the Bones. Which means you should get yourself another skull, Cutter.
What can you tell me about the Master of the Bones? Where can I find this Master of the Bones? But can you tell me about the Master of the Bones?
He frowns and glances around about for a moment. His name is Lothar, and he does not appreciate the attention of others. I know nothing of him and can answer no questions about him. You can actually see a hint of fear in his eyes. Let us speak of another subject, Cutter.
Where can I find the Master of Bones?
He glances about nervously. A ruined house somewhere in this ward leads to his domain. I know nothing more.
You can actually see a hint of fear in his eyes again.
Let us speak of another subject, Cutter.
Very well. Another question? Actually, I lied. That's all. Good talk. Okay. Well, fascinating. So in one life, we led a rebellion. We were some sort of great revolutionary, maybe?
All right.
Possibly. Okay. Well, man. Also, once again, the connections to disco are kind of wild, right? Right, in another life, you know, in another life like that, in history and shit like that. That's kind of wild. Okay. When next we return, our adventures in the lower ward will continue, right? Apparently there's a bunch of shops here that we should look through all their stuff. There's someone here named Xanthia. We've got this trio of freaky dudes who, I don't know. I don't know what will happen with them. All right, and there's also a lower ward thug on approach. I'm gonna move away in case we get into auto combat or something. All right, until next time, please take care of each other.